Welcome to Vegas Hockey Hub here in the sports entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, here on prconnectionsradio.com, the voice of new media. I'm your host, Ian Rachiele. You know, every single season, every single year, every time the NHL, every time hockey comes back, there's always conversation. There's always going to be that conversation about who's next. Conversation about who's going to be your breakout star. Who's going to be a rookie that sets the league on fire. And if you are a member of an organization like the Vegas Golden Knights, a really big question has popped up that even a dozen handful of NHL teams have to answer as well. When you lose your face of the franchise, when you lose the person that represented your organization, when you lose someone who was the best player your organization had, can you find someone that can replace the value that your face of the franchise had? And two, can we get somebody that is in our system? Can we get someone that we drafted, scouted, recruited, someone that we have made ourselves? Or do we have to do what some organizations are forced to do in hockey, and that is trade for a big name? That's go out and spend your draft capital and trading your prospects to get somebody brand new. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights, they have been a couple of seasons in. The Vegas Golden Knights, they had a face of the franchise. Vegas Golden Knights had someone that you could say was the bona fide superstar of the Vegas Golden Knights, and that was Marc-Andre Fleury. Marc-Andre Fleury, Flower. He was the guy for the Vegas Golden Knights. And for a couple of seasons, he was on all the posters. He was on all the billboards. He was who you watched out here in Las Vegas. But then he was gone. Then the Vegas Golden Knights moved on from Marc-Andre Fleury. He is no longer a Golden Knight. So the past few seasons, the Vegas Golden Knights have had a huge question mark in terms of goaltending. They have had a question mark when it comes to who's in net for the Vegas Golden Knights. You have had an established veteran like Robin Lehner. Robin Lehner had already been with 4 separate teams up to that point. Solid, but not great. You had guys like Laurent Brisebois, who has been a career backup in the NHL. He was in Edmonton. He was in Winnipeg. Now he's in Vegas. Laurent Brisebois spent majority of his time as a backup. Once again, he's not someone you would say is face of your franchise. And even the Vegas Golden Knights had to dabble with going after young guys in their farm system. Yari Patara is a goaltender that they tried out for a couple of games. There was some goaltending like Malcolm Subban, for example, who really should have gotten bigger role, but unfortunately Marc-Andre Fleury, he played 2/3 of the season. So what you really should be talking about with the Vegas Golden Knights, and what my argument's going to be on tonight's show, is if there was one person that could be the future face of the franchise, if there was one player the Vegas Golden Knights could rely on for the future, it's the man on your screen right now. It is the guy who started in net against the Los Angeles Kings for the season opener of year 6 in the Vegas Golden Knights. The person I'm talking about is 25-year-old Logan Thompson. Now, Logan Thompson, he let up 3 goals against the Los Angeles Kings in that season opener for 2022-2023. But let's not forget what he did this past season. In 19 games for the Vegas Golden Knights, Logan Thompson, he had 10 wins, 8 losses, a 2.68 goals against average. However, what really impressed about Logan Thompson was the fact that he was a rookie doing veteran-like moves. What impressed people was that Logan Thompson had the locker room. Logan Thompson had the veterans. The veterans had his back when he was in the net. That is a characteristic you normally do not see in a goaltender. That is a characteristic you normally do not see from a person who's just starting his career in the NHL. More importantly, his confidence is something you have to notice. Logan Thompson did not play like a rookie. Logan Thompson did not play like someone who had only 20 games in the NHL up to that point. What Logan Thompson was doing was he was confident, he was calm, he was collected, and when it came against the Los Angeles Kings, he was someone that you could say confidently he should be the future of the Vegas Golden Knights. He could be someone that could help the Vegas Golden Knights get better. And he could really silence the argument that has been made throughout the entire 2022 offseason. And that was Logan Thompson, Adin Hill, Michael Hutchinson, Robin Lehner. Who's going to be the guy in Las Vegas? The entire 2022 offseason was who's going to be the guy in Las Vegas. Well, I am going to say right now that my argument for all of you is that when it comes to Logan Thompson, his performance in that season opener against the Los Angeles Kings proved that he could be the guy. That Logan Thompson, they're going to go up against the Chicago Blackhawks. They're going to go up against a bunch of teams earlier in the season. He should be in net for those games. Now, don't get me wrong. Laurent Brossoit, Adin Hill, they're going to be in a backup role. But what Logan Thompson managed to do against the LA Kings was solidify and place his stamp as a starting goaltender for the Vegas Golden Knights. He has implemented a fact that you need him to be in Las Vegas. You need Logan Thompson to be in net for Vegas. Now, if you want to comment, if you want to go down below, if you want to argue or discuss with me, go right ahead. If you want to go on social media at Sports Hub on PR Connections Radio, at Vegas Hockey Hub, whatever you want to do, you can go right ahead. But my angle and what I want to talk about with Vegas Hockey Hub is Logan Thompson also showed in that game, in that season opener against the Los Angeles Kings, that Logan Thompson, his awareness and the way that he was able to find the puck and the way that he was able to relay certain things, that was an interesting conversation. Because there was some takeaways and there definitely was some giveaways in that season opener against LA. But what Logan Thompson was able to do was to knock it down. He was able to go up against multiple power plays in that season opener, and he did not let up a single power play goal. There was times where there was a 5-on-4, a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2, and Logan Thompson stayed firm, and he got the job done. Now, some people are going to say with Logan Thompson, all right, he let up 3 goals against the Los Angeles Kings. He let up a series of goals against the LA Kings. What's the reason for that? Well, my argument for you would be if you watch those goals, if you actually go back and watch how those goals were done against Logan Thompson, yes, one of them went right past him. There's really no argument you can make. That was just a 1. But the other 2, you can make arguments that if the defense wasn't placed correctly, if the defense actually had their triangle defense, they actually had some scrimmages done correctly, Logan Thompson would have stopped it. The one situation where the defenseman lost his equipment and actually became a 2-on-1, well, in a normal situation, the defenseman wouldn't have lost his equipment, and that wouldn't have been a 2-on-1 opportunity. And that one situation where they were up in the slot and they went down low, when it comes to Logan Thompson, when it came to that situation, that was just a bang-bang play. There's really nothing you can do on that type of goal. So out of the 3 goals that Logan Thompson led up against the Los Angeles Kings, there's really only one that you could say, yes, that was 100% on Logan Thompson. He, as a goalie, should have stopped it. That was one that he could have done. The other 2, you can make arguments for. The other 2 was a bang-bang play and the defense letting up. That's what ended up happening. So, as we're talking about Logan Thompson, we're talking about the Vegas Golden Knights here on Vegas Hockey Hub with your host, Ian Rachiele. We are live from the sports entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are on prconnectionsradio.com, the voice of new media. And before I break down Logan Thompson and I kind of give you a brief synopsis on who Logan Thompson is, and kind of give you a brief description on how Logan Thompson got from being in junior college to now being in the starting goaltender situation in the NHL, I want to very quickly give a shout out to PR Connections Radio. There is a lot of great content on this network. Cozy Stone, fantastic work. Brian Gardner with We Got the Power and So You Want to Be a ... Amazing work. You also have a bunch of content that's coming out. There's going to be certain shows that are going to be added to PR Connections Radio down the line. I'm not going to talk about it now. But the community, the network, everything that's going on with PR Connections Radio, it has been building and building and building. And I will say, got to give a lot of credit and got to give a shout out to Guy Dawson, because if it wasn't for Guy Dawson and PR Connections Radio, well, this show would not exist. So, one, tip my cap to you. So, getting back to Logan Thompson, how did the Vegas Golden Knights find Logan Thompson? How did Logan Thompson from Calgary, Alberta, how did he end up on the Vegas Golden Knights radar? Well, in order to do that, I got to give you a little bit of context. Now, in the WHL, the Western Hockey League, there is a team called the Brandon Wheat Kings, okay? The Brandon Wheat Kings is a team in the WHL. Their head coach back in the mid-2010s was a guy named Kelly McCrimmon. Now, that's going to be important later on. Kelly McCrimmon was the head coach in the mid-2010s. In the mid-2010s, from 2014 to 2018, their goalie was Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, in his 4 years playing for the Brandon Wheat Kings, ended up playing well over 100 games as a goaltender in the WHL. As a matter of fact, he actually got 29 wins as a goalie for the Brandon Wheat Kings in his 4th and final season playing in the WHL. So after 2018, playing for the Brandon Wheat Kings, where does he go from here? Where does Logan Thompson, at the age of 20, where does he end up going in his career? Does he enter the NHL draft? Does he end up going to a professional team somewhere in Europe? Does he join one of these semi-professional leagues? Does he get a tryout in minor league hockey? Where does Logan Thompson go after graduating from the Brandon Wheat Kings? Well, for the 2018-2019 season, he goes to a junior college named Brock University. Now, Brock University, when I say is a junior college, I actually mean it. This is a guy who went to a junior college in Canada to play hockey. And he actually performed amazing in that opportunity. He went 18-6, had a save percentage over 93%, and that got him an opportunity to play in the minor league system. Him playing for a college in Brock University, a Canadian college in Brock University, got him his first professional opportunity. In 2018-2019, he joins the Adirondack Thunder of the ECHL. They were at the time an affiliate of what was an affiliate. And when it came to this organization, he joins them. He plays 8 games for the Thunder, and he only has 2 wins, 5 losses, a very unusual start to a professional career in Logan Thompson, but he also got an opportunity to start in the AHL. The New Jersey Devils at the time, they needed a goalie towards the end of the season. He ends up going there. He plays one game for the Binghamton Devils out there in the AHL. So his first season of professional hockey goes from playing for a Canadian college to being in the ECHL, then to being in the AHL for the New Jersey Devils. After that season, Logan Thompson moves on from the New Jersey Devils and goes to the Washington Capitals. The Washington Capitals, they put him in the ECHL, playing for the South Carolina Stingrays of the ECHL, which is a AA affiliate of the Washington Capitals. And in 32 games playing in the ECHL, and I want people to listen to this, in 32 games playing in 2019-2020, playing for the Washington Capitals, South Carolina Stingrays, he went 23 wins, 9 losses, a 92.9 save percentage, and ended up being multiple goalie of the week in the ECHL. He actually performed excellent playing his first full season as a professional hockey goaltender. So, at 22 years of age, he moves on from the Washington Capitals, and he joins the team he has been with ever since. Starting in 2020, he goes to the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights put him in the Henderson Silver Knights in the AHL. So in his first professional season playing in the Vegas Golden Knights, he starts 23 games, has 16 wins, 7 losses, and a 94.3 save percentage in the Henderson Silver Knights. So for anybody who doesn't know about professional hockey, having a goal percentage over 93% is really good in minor league hockey. All right, considering the amount of goals and considering everything that happens in minor league hockey, a guy like Logan Thompson having a 94% save percentage in the Henderson Silver Knights, that was phenomenal. And in 2020, 2021, he gets his first call-up to the Vegas Golden Knights. And as a matter of fact, he plays his first ever game in the NHL in the 2020-2021 season. So you've already established that before the age of 24, Logan Thompson is on his third NHL team. Logan Thompson has been balling out in the ECHL for the South Carolina Stingrays. He moves on to the AHL, which is the AAA. He performs excellent in the AHL. So what does happen for the next season? He splits with the AHL and the NHL. He starts out with the Henderson Silver Knights, plays 26 games for them, has a .500 record, but has a 92 save percentage in his time in Henderson. And then he gets the opportunity of a lifetime playing for the Vegas Golden Knights thanks to injuries. In 2021-2022, Robin Lehner gets injured. Laurent Brossoit gets injured. There's all this uncertainty about the goaltending situation. So for 18 of the last 21 games of the regular season, Logan Thompson comes in and performs for the Vegas Golden Knights. And he had a 10-win, 8 losses, and a 94.1 save percentage in his first time playing in the NHL on a more consistent basis. And for the 2022-2023 season, Logan Thompson is actually one of the odds-on favorites to win the Calder Trophy for NHL Rookie of the Year. Now, I am not going to sit here and say that he's a lock to win Rookie of the Year. I'm not going to sit here and make this outlandish statement that he should be the favorite to win Calder Rookie of the Year. But here's what I will say to everyone watching around the world. And I want everyone to hear this. Logan Thompson will get Calder Trophy votes. Logan Thompson playing for the Vegas Golden Knights, if he performs like he should for the 2022-2023 season, Logan Thompson will receive some form of a Calder Trophy vote. He will be on the ballot for Rookie of the Year in the NHL. Similar to Alex Nedeljkovic, Alex Nitricovic out there at the Detroit Red Wings, he received Rookie of the Year votes playing as a goaltender out there in Detroit. It is not insane to assume that Logan Thompson is going to perform at an elite level in his rookie season, his first full-time season, playing as a netminder for the Vegas Golden Knights. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go one step more because this is Vegas Hockey Hub. I can do it. I'm going to go one step more. If Logan Thompson performs like I expect him to do, if Logan Thompson does what he is expected to do, should the Vegas Golden Knights move on from Robin Lehner and make Logan Thompson the future face of the net in Vegas? If Logan Thompson ends up having a phenomenal first campaign for the Vegas Golden Knights, should the Vegas Golden Knights, who have a $5 million cap hit with Robin Lehner, a guy who they're going to have to pay for multiple years on end, if you're Kelly McCrimmon, by the way, that's the name I brought up earlier. Here's the reason why. If you're Kelly McCrimmon, the general manager of the Vegas Golden Knights, the guy who was the head coach of the Brandon Wheat Kings when Logan Thompson was your goaltender in the WHL, if you know and if you understand what Logan Thompson can do because you coached him, would you consider pulling the trigger on Robin Lehner being traded? Would you at least consider the buyout option for Robin Lehner if Logan Thompson becomes what he should be and what he could become with the Vegas Golden Knights? Because I'm going to show this photo real quick because I really want to point it out. Kelly McCrimmon, the general manager of the Vegas Golden Knights, he has known Logan Thompson since he was 17 years old. He has known the talent that Logan Thompson has had since playing in junior hockey. So what I'm going to recommend and what I think could be the scenario here for the Vegas Golden Knights is that understanding the relationship that Kelly McCrimmon has with Logan Thompson, also the relationship he has with Nolan Patrick, relationship that Kelly McCrimmon has with multiple Golden Knights who came from the Brandon Wheat Kings, Kelly McCrimmon could buy out Robin Lehner after season 6. That Robin Lehner could be on his way out as the past of the Vegas Golden Knights because the future is now, and that is a goaltender you're seeing on your screen in Logan Thompson. Now, for anyone watching around the world, if you want to comment down below, if you want to go on our social media at Vegas Hockey Hub and you wanted to debate it, go right ahead. But the way I see it and the performance I saw from Logan Thompson in the season opener against the Los Angeles Kings, Logan Thompson is ready, and Logan Thompson should be the future in Las Vegas. You know, people have been talking lately about the term misfit. And I just want to talk about this for 5 minutes before the show goes off the air. There has been fans of the Vegas Golden Knights who have been talking about and having a conversation about the word misfit. They've been talking about how they feel like the media and they feel like the fans should no longer say the word misfit because of all the players that have left the Vegas Golden Knights. There has been talk about retiring the name misfit because you only have 6 players left from the expansion draft. By the way, if you want to go back and watch our first episode of Vegas Hockey Hub, where I looked back at the 2017 NHL expansion draft, if you want to go watch that episode, I highly recommend doing so because that was the first episode we recorded. I looked back at the 2017 NHL expansion draft and talked about the players the Vegas Golden Knights selected and where they are now 5 years later. Fantastic show. But back to what we're talking about now, there are certain fans of the Vegas Golden Knights who don't want the name misfit to be used because they don't have Marc-Andre Fleury anymore. They do not have certain players on the Vegas Golden Knights that were beloved like Nate Schmidt. They don't have Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. They don't have Tomas Nosek. They don't have Eric Holla. They don't have certain players that were on that roster, like Alex Tuck, for example. But here's going to be my counter argument to the fans who say that. Why can't the new players for the Vegas Golden Knights be considered misfits also? Why can't the players of the Vegas Golden Knights who they have acquired over the past couple of years, why not say that they could be misfits as well? A prime example of someone who could be a misfit, an example of someone who would classify as a misfit, as somebody who's been tossed aside, someone who had to earn every opportunity he has, is that guy right there, and that's Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson's story is an example of being a misfit. All right, moving on from the Washington Capitals, New Jersey Devils, having to play in a Canadian college right after playing junior hockey as an opportunity. That is what Logan Thompson had to do. Him playing in the WHL and then eventually moving on to the NHL, he's had to overcome obstacle after obstacle after obstacle in the NHL. You want to keep on going? How about Michael Amadio? A guy who has been on waivers and has been claimed by a handful of teams over the last couple of years. This is a guy who played for not only the Kings, the Senators, the Maple Leafs, the Ducks. This is a guy who's been on 5 different teams over the past 3 seasons. Michael Amadio is a misfit as well, if you want to go that route. How about a guy like Adin Hill, someone who's had to be floated around from Arizona to San Jose, now to Vegas? He's getting his 3rd opportunity to play for the Vegas Golden Knights. And this is a guy who's had to be over again and again and again. How about Brett Howden, a guy on the bottom 6? I mean, I understand that Brett Howden was a former first-round pick, but he has been tossed around countless times before the age of 25. So my argument to Vegas Golden Knights fans who don't like the word misfit to be tossed around, my counter argument to you, my counter argument is going to be there are plenty of misfits on this team, not just William Carrier, not just Brayden McNabb, not just Riley Smith, not just Jonathan Marchessault, and not just William Karlsson. The organization as a whole has become a band of misfits. The organization entirely has become a misfit set of toys who have banded together and are now a hockey team here in Las Vegas. All you have to do is just take a look around, take out your binoculars, and examine how these players got to Vegas. So this is the 3rd episode of Vegas Hockey Hub, as we were talking about Logan Thompson and how the future in net for the Vegas Golden Knights is now. How Logan Thompson should be the starting goaltender for the Vegas Golden Knights. How Logan Thompson needs to be the face of the net in the Vegas Golden Knights. He needs to become what Marc-Andre Fleury once was. And that was the stable, reliable powerhouse in net for the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, the next episode of Vegas Hockey Hub, we are actually going to get into a certain situation that has developed with the Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to discuss how a certain defenseman is going to be a problem for the rest of the NHL. We're going to talk about how there's a certain defenseman that is going to be on the Vegas Golden Knights roster, hopefully for the next couple of years, and he should be a force to be reckoned with for the rest of the NHL. He's going to be a problem that the NHL is going to have to solve. But until then, thank you for watching this episode of Vegas Hockey Hub. Follow me on social media at IanRachiele18. Follow the show at Vegas Hockey Hub. And follow PR Connections Radio at PR Connections Radio. And go to the website, prconnectionsradio.com. So until next time, have a great one. Enjoy the hockey season. And have a good one.